Welcome back. I'm E-Man. Today, here we go. Today we're gonna start a new series that I want to try out. I mean, I haven't been on here in a minute, so I've been on here. I've been watching a lot of stuff. This series is called "Is It Worth It?" So we all own some sort of recording gear, and if you don't, eventually you will if you want to get into this. And then you have to start making these decisions of, is a 57 worth it? Is a Bear Dynamic 201 worth it? Is a pair of vintage microphones worth it? All these things are little, not compromises, but decisions you have to make along the road of getting your studio going. Of like, I have the money, but is it worth it for me to spend on it? No, I did not buy a vintage microphone. In fact, this microphone is a vintage Neumann U47 FET. And this was on loan from one of the local colleges. I know the director of the program. Thank you very much. I'm not going to name him in case he gets in trouble. Shh. My guess is late 60s, early 70s. If you know how to tell the age of this thing, please leave a comment down below. This whole thing started for me, like, the concept of is it worth it when I started building my studio, right? And recently I went to go hang out with a friend who had this microphone, the United FET, and I was like, whoa, that sounds great. What do you think? He's like, I like it a lot. And I said, okay, cool. So I did the Sweetwater thing. I bought it. Came a few days later. And immediate improvement in my studio. All this low-end showed up that I didn't necessarily need to add with EQ, blah, blah, blah. They let me borrow this. And I said, well, they got to fight now, right? They got to find a way to make these fight. So what you're going to hear is these two microphones going through my signal chain being played by me on my drums. Nothing's changing aside from the microphones. There is about a 3 dB difference in the vintage mic versus the new guy. I adjusted that in Pro Tools, and they both are hitting -6 exactly throughout. So the signal chain is microphone, both with the pads engaged, -10. Out of this XLR into an API 3112 preamp. There is a pad engaged on that, moderately getting hit. That goes into an API 560 EQ, where basically everything above 200 is kind of all the way at -12. I think you're going to be surprised. Anyways, let's go to the drums. Kind of surprising, right? Do you know which is which? The second one, obviously, you know. Why did I ask that? You could see it. What an idiot. To me, the vintage Neumann 47 has like a little more openness. It's more nuanced. That's the best way I can say it. The United is more focused and therefore I think more applicable to the situation that I'm using in my studio. Let's not forget about that. So if you're in your studio and you're like, oh yeah, I kind of need something that's a little more versatile and can, you know, I can use it on a bunch of different things. Great. For me, the United wins. It's affordable. It's only $1,000 at the most, and I don't have to be so delicate with like in fact, let me put this down. Cool. So I don't have to be so delicate. I don't have to be so nice to it. I can put it on a really loud kick drum. So for me, the United wins. Obviously, I want a vintage U47 FET. Every drummer wants one. Every studio wants one. But for what I do in my studio with my drums, this guy's gonna win. Thank you for watching. I hope to be doing more of these. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to watch. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And you just like the creep on this, subscribe. I'll be posting crap here often. Till next time, peace.